Hey Virgo, welcome back to Distilled Tarot. My name's Shannon. I'll be guiding you through today's reading. This is our daily reading for July 17th. Let's see what's going on with Virgo. The heart of your reading, we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. You're taking off the blinders and seeing things a new way. You'd previously been really set in your ways or your way of thinking about this and unable to realize the possibilities. What's the challenge here for Virgo implementing their new open-mindedness? We have the Hermit in reverse. Perhaps you are in solitude, or you just don't have a lot of people around you right now. The Hermit goes up the mountaintop to reach enlightenment or a widened perspective, and comes back down to share that perspective represented by the light in the lantern, and reconnects with people to share what they've learned. It's that reconnection, that rejoining, that seems to be the obstacle. Your focus is on the difficulty that you're experiencing, the Nine of Wands. Something that you've been doing for a while, it's been wearing you down. It feels very hard, like you've suffered, but you're committed to it. You are disciplined. You're seeing your way through. Like you're committed to see it through. That's how I should say it. In the recent past, we have the Star, and what I failed to mention about the Hermit is that the light in the Hermit's lantern is the star. In the tarot, that's the energy, it's that same meaning that they hold and what they do with it. So the star represents hope, healing, optimism, but it's the thing that gives you that energy. For you personally, it's your dream in life. What is your guiding light that's driving you forward? What do you hope for? What do you dream about? Could be something you want to achieve. It could be something that you want to attain. But it's different for everyone. I think there's a realization that you've had about your dream, and the way you've been going about it has felt like a struggle, but there's something that's been unlocked where it seems like, oh, it can actually be easier. Your crowning energy is the World, putting I'm getting like a piece of punctuation. So if you're closing one chapter, you're starting a new one, it's putting the final dot, putting the final punctuation mark to finish the last story and open up a fresh blank page on which you're going to start writing the next chapter of your life. When you look back on this phase in your life, you'll see this as a major shift, a major upgrade. You can't tell yet what's coming next, but Spirit can, and they see it as a very elevated, bigger, better, more. There's more coming. Your life expands in an exciting way. It does come with it major change, because in order to have that blank page, sometimes the way this energy hits us is with ending after ending after ending. Could be a relationship ending. You lose your house, you have to find something new. You lose your job, or you quit your job, not knowing what's going to come next. Doesn't have to happen like that, but I'm saying that many times it does, as a warning to, yes, it's this segue into a bigger, better life, but it's not just like an overlay on what you have now and expanding all of those conditions that you're living through into things that are bigger and better. The reality of that unfolding looks like upheaval and change and loss sometimes before the new begins. In the near future, we have the Two of Cups. This could be a commitment in love, a new relationship becoming available to you, or it could be you committing to something that you love, an activity, a goal. Putting your full heart into something that is going to stand the test of time with the Hierophant here. If it's a relationship, it bodes very well for longevity, having the Hierophant here. Or it could just be that it's going to be very traditional in the form that that relationship takes. Because the Hierophant can also represent tradition, societal norms, well-established ways of life. Show me the surprise. Page of Pentacles in reverse. You expect there to be some big aha moment where the universe is like, learned your lesson. This is another lesson for you. I get this sense of waiting for the other shoe to drop and it just never drops. There's a surprise in the absence of something. I'm going to pull a clarifier on that. Tell me more about this absence of a lesson. King of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Spirit's like, I said what I said. King of Pentacles is a sense of maturity, responsibility, planning for the future, commitment. I think you've already proven yourself in those regards, in whatever way makes sense for you and your situation. You might expect that to be tested somehow. And the test doesn't come. I mean, you're not wrong with world energy. Many times it's like that last gasp of the old. Are you sure you don't want to connect with this? You sure whatever toxic thing was in the past, you aren't tempted to connect with it? One last chance. Stay in the old chapter. Either that or it happens and you pass the test. I mean, that's a possibility, but I'm not feeling that one. Your hopes and fears, we have Strength in reverse. Well, this is Leo energy, so you might be dealing with a Leo, or you have strong Leo placements in your chart. But it's about like weakness, having your weaknesses exposed, vulnerabilities taken advantage of, wishing that you could have been stronger and done it better. So you're hopeful that you're going to be strong enough, that you've worked on yourself or your skills or healing, that you are unfuckwithable enough, and you're afraid that something's going to trip you up and show you how weak you think you might be. The end result, we have the Ace of Wands, new inspiration. With the World and the Nine of Wands insinuating this closing of a chapter, the Ace is the new. It's the inspiration that starts to take hold before you start writing the next chapter. It's that moment where you think, oh, I know what this next chapter is going to be about. I know the theme. I know the beginning of the story. Before you actually start acting it out in your life. It's an awareness. It's an excitement. And your advice is the Seven of Wands in reverse. You might really have your walls up. That's implied with the Hermit there needing to come down off the mountain and rejoin. You might have barriers up in your life that don't need to be there. They don't serve a purpose now, or maybe anymore. I think Spirit is suggesting that you take a look at that. Reconsider where you have walls up, and if it's time to renovate that wall and put in a window or a door. Allow other people in, allow connections in a way that you'd been keeping yourself safe. Time to reconnect. So Virgo, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that helped. Have a great day, and I'll see you back tomorrow.